So thank you once again for joining for today's session. As I told, because this is a very crucial time for e-invoice generation for the companies which are having a more than 20 crore plus turnover. So we will try to summarize few things which are I will show you small demo session. I hope entire sales team has shown you the demo session, but still if somebody is new to the e-invoice and willing to see the screenshot of Ginesys ERP, so I am going to repeat once again. It will not take more than 5 minutes. Then we are coming to the main topic of the day, which is the error which you are going to face while generating an e-invoice, and what are those errors and how you are going to rectify these errors in your ERP. So the errors related to your address, your master data, for the client master data, for example, in address, in mobile number, in PIN code, or in a state code, all these type of error, how you are going to rectify it, we are going to explain you. We will also explain you fundamental regarding which type of invoice is valid for invoice, so that you are not confused for the non-generating invoices. For example, B2C invoices are not eligible for invoice. We'll also explain you what are the schema given by government on HSN code or UQC code. That list can be provided to you so that you can rectify the master. And last, there are few queries related to e-way bill, specific to part A of e-way bill. So we try to cover this entire information in today's session. Let me start with a small session wherein let me introduce what is an e-invoice. Is a statutory requirement by the government of India that you need to register particular type of invoices. Which type of invoices? B2B, which is wherein you are sending the goods to any particular business holder. B2G, where you are sending a goods to a particular government unit, B2G government. Export, credit note, and the stock transfer. All these type of invoice need to be mandatorily print two information, which are IRN number and QR code. So IRN number is a unique number for any particular invoice, which need to be printed in your invoice, along with this QR code, which can be scanned and which can be scanned and get an information regarding this entire invoice. So this is applicable from 1st April, that is today. So you should start sending the goods only through e-invoice. So this is your Ginesys home screen button. We are going to show you the live how Hsn GST is going to help you. Hsn GST has already provided you a connector option wherein you don't need to manually generate any Excel or something. You just need to choose the button called invoice generator, and then you need to search those invoices which you want to generate. So generate and cancel option is already provided in your ERP. You just search those invoices you want to generate for e-invoice. Later on in search section, you have an option of choosing a bulk documents. Let's say I want to generate an e-invoice for 10 documents. I can select all these 10 documents, or I can do a single activity. That means any particular invoice can be selected and can be generated through clicking the button called proceed to generate. Through this button, you will get a response in this window only, whether your invoice is generated or not. If you do not get a response, it will give you the response of error, which you need to rectify in Ginesys Hsn GST. So coming back to the response, which I'm telling you, it has to be saved here, but this response is usually do not get printed because of the error. Error can be of multiple type, which we are going to show you few example today. This is a sample document of your Ginesys ERP printout. The QR code has to be printed on the right side of invoice, and IRN number with acknowledgement number and date and time has to be printed in your invoice. These are the mandatory requirement. Coming to the same, there is the same option given of API integration in your POS also. In the past, we have given the modification in the under a bill modification, we are giving the option get e-invoice detail for that particular invoice. Just need to click the button get e-invoice and you will get a pop-up window wherein you need to click the button called generate IRN. The API, the software already call the APIs of Is My GST and you will get a response whether the e-invoice is generated or not. If e-invoice is generated, once again the invoice can be printed in your POS only. So we try to give you the message also for those invoices by mistake. If someone selected for a B2C invoice, we are going to give you the message that this particular document do not do not eligible for e-invoice. So AI is already applicable in the system for a user comfortableness. Again, in the invoice printout will be referring with the QR code and the IRN number, acknowledgement date with the time. So I will like to show you live session which is conducting by Gagan and Mr. Dipankar, who will explain you the what type of error you will face during a invoice generation and how they can rectify it in Ginesys ERP. Over to you, Gagan.
Thank you, Nandy. Okay, so today we have seen some of the queries and some of the question answers with day-to-day basis. The point is that we need to correct all of the errors and we need to correct all of the masters into our into our Genesis masters only. So, we have Mr. Dipankar also from the Genesis side who will show you that how to correct and how to. Mr. Dipankar, please share your screen so that we can go one by one and let them know.
Sure. Just let me allow. I hope my screen is visible to all of you. Hello.
Yes, screen is visible, Dipankar. Okay, so please share that document first. So we should go one by one. What all the errors we are coming? Acha, the point is we have seen a very big amount of errors and very big amount of mistakes in the LR document process. So we will let you know that while generating the EV bill now, so for the EV bill we required LR document in the Genesis. So first of all, we will let you know how the LR document will be generated. So Dipankar, please show them that how the LR will be generated and how to tag all the transporters in the LR.
Correct. So first thing, you need to ensure that there is a customer in your system, and there should be a transporter in your system, in Genesis system. So I am moving to this part. Let me clear this. This is the sales and distribution part. So from here we can create the customers, right? So hopefully you have some customers in your system.
Dipankar, there is one suggestion that voice is not clear. I think we need to loud a bit.
Hello. Right now, is it okay?
Yeah, now it is clear.
Just a minute. So I hope all the Genesis customers are well aware of that. This is the SND modules, and there is a setup, and the first options is the customer master from where we can generate our customers, right? So I am choosing my any existing customers, for example. So in that case, if I want to select any customers where I need the LR, so I need first this to select this one, which is under the sales tab, right? So I'm just closing this one. I am opening one customer. There is one customer, Siddharth Private Limited. I'm opening this customer in Ginesys. So you can see that within the customer masters, so there is a customer, and in sales tab, there is an option outgoing logistics. This should be ticked. Otherwise, you will not be able to do any logistic tagging with this customer's billing. So this is my mandatory in the customer master, and then after
Okay,
you
so
need.
Dipankar, I have one
Yes.
question for you. So
Yeah.
we need to check this button in
Yes.
all of our customers manually, or there is a already we will get this checkbox.
Yes. This is existing checkbox, and you need to ensure that all this should be tagged against all the customers.
Okay, sure.
First point. Second thing, that you need to ensure that whether you have transporter masters or not. If you don't have, you need to go to the procurement master, go to setup, vendor masters. I can tell you all the customers that from vendor master, we can create vendor, transporter, agent, and jobber. All these 4 categories are getting created from this section, procurement.
Okay.
So if I select any customer, say for transporters, for example, in my system, there is a one transporter named Akash transporter. This is the tag. So in that area, procurement part, I have also taken that this is logistic applicable. So which is the transporter, and where is the segregation? When we create any vendor or transporter or agent or jobber in Ginesys from the same form, from procurement setup vendor master, there you have to select any of this. This is predefined selection. So from here, from this selection, system will identify whether this is jobber, whether this is agent, this is transporter or supplier. So once this part is ensured, then for outgoing logistics or even for incoming logistics also, I am moving to inventory part, and there is an option called logistics. You can see that upper tab, and moving to LR, outgoing logistics, outgoing and then LR. And this is the screen, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So you need to select the owner site, actually the main site of your Ginesys head office sites, or which site from you are creating your logistics. Maybe you have 2 or 3 multiple locations. From there you are dispatching your goods to different customers or different locations. So you need to first select the owner site from where you are working. So in your LOB you will get all the sites. So for in my systems, I am selecting Ginesys head office, HU, GSLH.
Okay.
And this is the logistics type. You can see my screen is just obstruction. You can see the type here is sales invoice or transfer out. Procurement, in case of purchase return, you know that this is also treated as a outward part. So whenever we are creating any logistics, outgoing logistics, so these selections are predefined selections which Ginesys are already giving you as an LOP. So you need to select the transfer out or sales invoice for that. I'm selecting the consignee where in customer master where I have ticked. So now if I click this LOB, you can see that Siddharth Private Limited is coming. If you do not tick that, it will not come. So if I select, if I tick this outgoing logistics mandatory for 10 customers, you will get 10 customer in this list. Out of this, you have to select the actual customers.
Okay.
And for that, we all know, I will again move to SND customer master. In customer master SND outright sale, you will get customer, and against customer there is another option, that is unmanaged site. Because for example, my single customer is Pantaloons, and they have 20 outlets or 20 locations. So Pantaloons is my billing company, main customer, where 20 different locations will be treated as a site in Ginesys. This should be managed from the unmanaged site of SND module. Right? I will show you the module. Then I have to select the transporter. If I have 10, 20, 50 transporter, I will get the transporter name from here. Right?
Yes. So,
So
Dipankar,
yes,
there is a one question from the user side that if we have the transporter, that is okay.
yeah,
Okay. If we have our own transporter, we do not want to select the other transporter. So
yes.
how we can generate for own vehicle?
Actually, very simple. Just allow me to copy this one,
Okay.
the screen.
Because there is some confusion between the for own vehicle transport, then how to make a transport related to own vehicle.
Yes, yes, yes.
So
I'm showing
either
you.
either we have to write vehicle number or not. So there is some little confusion in that part.
Now, first thing, as in terms of technology terminology, in terms of technology, the software process, you need mandatorily a transporter, right?
Right.
So if you don't have any outside transporter, you are doing you are providing your own vehicles to for goods movement. In that case, for system to manage those, you have to create a transporter for your own name, right?
Okay. Okay.
So same, this is nothing critical, that
Okay.
you have to move to first thing, procurement setup, vendor master. As I told you that from procurement vendor master we can create vendor, jobber, agent and transporter, four things.
Okay.
So from here you have to select, you have to click add,
Hmm.
and for example this is transporter, this is your code for Trang 101, right? The name is for example my company is
Right.
ABC company,
Or
right?
we can use own vehicle. So that will be more
Yes,
clear.
yes, 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 yes. Own vehicles, own. Just this is the terminology, nothing more than that.
Right. Right.
Because in system, you need to define any transporter. If you do not put the transporter, system will not allow you to save the logistics part.
Right, right. So
So
means you
in
are
that
saying,
case, yes,
yeah.
yes,
So you are saying that for own vehicle also we need to create a transporter, and
correct,
for the
correct.
transporter also we need to create the transporter as well.
Yes, yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. Just like that, just like that. And from here, this selection is providing by the Genesis. There are four options. I have to select the transporter part,
Okay.
as because this is the transporter. And now the billing part and shipping part, you can see that there is a contact person name, the main uh, person name, the mobile number, the city, district,
Mhm.
pin code, addresses, phone numbers you can put here automatically.
Okay.
And another part is for our these all are the actually Sunday creditors part. Yes, a control ledger. So we have to select the mandatorily the ledger name. So if I use any transporter or agent something, or we can select the Sunday creditor for expenses. Actually, this is truly for the accounting point of view. Every customer have discuss with their CA or a senior account person, and will create the general ledger in Genesis, and accordingly will select. By default, they will get I think this is Sunday creditor for expenses. They can tag, but this should be discussed with their CA or any accounts person
Okay.
before selecting this one. These are the control ledger. Actually, this ledger are, you can see that as per Genesis, these are called as per nature. This is ARAP, receivable and payable, party receivable and payable. It may be the debtors or creditors both. So for it is applicable for supplier, it is applicable for transporter, it is applicable for the agent, it is applicable for transporter, and for SND, it is applicable also for debtors, SND outright debtors. So this ledger you have to discuss with your accounts person and have to create, or you can use the existing one also. So this is the accounting part. So first you need to first create the transporter here. So you need to create the transporter for your own name, and just like that, in my system I have a transporter named Akash transporter, and you will get the transporter name in your LOB. I'm moving to previous screen. Here I'm selecting here. So we are getting that Akash transporter. Now here you will get another line that is called the own transporter.
Okay.
And now you can move with the respective LR entry. So in that LR entry, I'm selecting the existing any any transporter name which is available in my system. So here you can create any logistics or any information, invoice number you can put here. This is the mode of transport: air, water, road. What the selections is here. There is a quantity options. I can mention here for 10 quantity. The unit is either bale or cartoons. We can create this one in Genesis right now. It is called bale. These options. So I can select the cartoon. Start from location is, for example, from my side, I can type that this is from Kolkata. And station to even Kolkata or any state and any other city. You can mention your vehicle number here. You can mention your vehicle number here. You can mention the policy number. Distance in kilometer. You have to know that what is the distance. Say 50K, for example. Delivery date. We can mention the delivery date here also. To pay means if I want that when the goods will be received by the customers and they have to clear the goods by paying the amount, then you have to select the yes. If our company, the seller company is responsible to take all the liability of transporting the amount, then it should be no. Then customer will receive the goods without paying any amount. So in that case, you have to select no.
Okay.
So if customer will pay and then will receive the goods, then you have to select the yes, and the rate is here. You can mention the rate. You have to put the, say for example 100 kg. So you can see that the automatic this value is coming in the freight charges, how much total amount, how much declarations amount. We can say that this is the same, for example.
Okay.
So we can put all those things here, and we can save this one.
Okay.
Logistics part.
So how okay, so how to tag our documents, means the invoice number. If we
Invoice
have
number,
to,
yes,
right.
yes, yes.
So if I have to
So
tag multiple invoices, so can I do that?
yes,
Okay.
sure. In LR, you can see that
Hmm.
whatever the customer I have selected, you will get the list of the invoices here.
Okay.
Invoices here one by one. You have to select. All these invoices are generated for Siddharth Private Limited. You will get the filtered list for the customers which you have selected, for which you are doing your creating your LR document. So I am selecting this one. So you can see that I have selected two documents, and you can see that in the last column, that is the destination site is the Siddharth is showing that all these two documents are created for the Siddharth and Private Limited, and I have tagged with the single transporter or single logistics rather than, and we can save this document as well.
Okay.
And this is the document. We'll move for the EV bill.
Okay.
One information here, if you do not remember the distance in kilometers, then to APIs, we will automatically calculate the total distance through the pin code of destination. So ideally, if you do not know the distance, just push any number, one number or two number. We will we have an integration in Ease My GC setting. Automatically correct distance will be picked.
Okay.
Dipankar account.
Yes.
Okay, so now the LR part is, I think we have done the necessary information and the mandatory information regarding the LR part. So now user can easily make the e-way bill document and e-way bill number they can generate, right?
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
now coming to the master part for the HSN codes. So we are getting more of the errors in the HSN code. See, one of the invoice number which we have shared, like 1234 is the HSN code, but government portal will give the error that this HSN code is not correct. You need to correct the HSN code. Now, how to correct the HSN codes in the Genesis master at one go, so that we should not get any invoice related error every time.
So, so first thing, there is two part. One is that you need to first rectify the HSN code if there is any mistake. There are two part. One is if the HSN code is wrong, then first you have to rectify the HSN code, and then we'll have to tag with the respective sections. Section means the department, you can say, in as per the Genesis. And third part is the major work that once you tag with the department level, then for next invoices correct HSN will come correct. But for existing part, you have to rectify those things with the bulk update, right? So I am
Okay.
moving to part by part. First thing is that I am moving to inventory product definitions, and you can see that within the inventory product definition there is a HSN code.
Okay.
So I am taking this one for any. So you can see that 6013, these all are the tentative fake number. So in my systems, so in your system, whatever the HSN codes, for example, this is 6014. So I need to rectify this 6014, correct? So there is two options. One, if I rectify the HSN code is actually the wrong, then if I mention this with the 6014, and I can change this one and can save only. There is no need to tag, because already this is tagged with your item. Already this is tagged with your department level, group level, inventory group level. So in that case, you don't need to change anything,
Okay.
right? But for transaction level, for the invoice level, there is already the previous one is tagged. So in that case, we don't have anything to do for further rectifications. But if you have tagged that 16013 and you got information is that should be the 10014, right? In that case, if that is 6014 is not available in your system, so first you have to create the HSN code in your system from here.
Okay.
Just I'm just opening that one. Add 6014. This is goods or service, you have to select from here. यहाँ से आपको बताना पड़ेगा. And the description for what I am mentioning that. For example, this is formal shirt. And you need to click here. From here, you can select the date. For example, I can take any previous date. This. If the item is slab applicable for apparels, we know that this is slab applicable. You have to select slab applicable. Yes. You need to create then the defined slabs. If you mention that yes, then it will work. If you mention no, then it will not work, right? It will throw a message. If I mention it yes, then the slab will come to allow you to change the necessary insert the necessary information. From zero value, for example, this is 5%, and add row, that is from 1000.01, this will be the 12%.
Okay.
So now using this option, from slab option, we can define slab, else there will be a flat. If it is mentioned no, then right side you will get the column tax percentage, and you have to define in the previous window. This should be always the net price, especially for apples. If the HSN tax is calculating on the retail selling price RSP, then in that case you have to select this one. Net price actually the meaning of discounted gross price. The total amount is 1,000 and we are providing the 100 rupees discount. So my taxable amount is 1,000 minus 100 equals to 900. So you have to select the net price, which is applicable for the apparels, and if it is applicable for other product, so in that case for HSN code, for HSN master against the HSN code, you have to select the net price.
Okay. So if I select the date before today, means older date, if I select, so it will affect in the invoices as well in the
No,
older
no, no, no,
invoices?
no, 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 no. I'm telling you, whenever we create any master, it will create from now onwards.
Okay, sure.
From now onwards, right?
Okay.
So first thing, if now I'm taking your question, so I'm moving to Genesis inventory part group. So in group there are 3 layers: division, section, and department.
Okay.
So I'm moving to the last level, that means the department part, where I can edit the group level, and you have to select the HSN code from the right side, from the list 6013. So I can select the 6014 or 701, and you have to update the HSN code against this department, because whenever in Genesis, as per the Genesis, whenever we create any item from the item masters, right? So in that case, your first selection is normally the department. So whenever the user select the department, then HSN will come automatically in front of end user who are creating the item. So they don't have to take any botheration that what is the HSN, need to take information from any senior. So this is the administrative part. So companies administrative persons will create the HSN code and will tag the respective proper HSN code against the department. So that create at the time of creation of item, the HSN respective HSN code will come against the all the item, and you can change the item code even from the item master also while creation.
Okay. So there is one question related to HSN master from
Yeah.
Mr. Prashant Jha. So we need to mention anywhere creating date for HSN master, or it will be mapped automatically.
Please repeat. Can't understand.
So we need to mention anywhere creating date or for HSN master, or it will be mapped automatically. So he's saying that HSN master will be mapped automatically, or we need to mention the date.
And HSN masters will map automatically if it will hit in the masters, not in the transaction.
Right.
We cannot change in the existing sales invoice part, right?
Okay. So I think that the
Yes.
answer is clear to.
Yes. If I change any rectification, suppose I have created one HSN code 6014, for example 7001. This I have created new, which was not earlier in my system. And the Kurti department was tagged with the, you can see that here 4200. This is wrong. This is wrong. So either 7001 was in my system, or I have to create the new one 7001. Once it is created in my system, I have to go to the department level, which is suggested. If you don't tag here, then in that case, creation of item, user have to provide the HSN code every time against each item. If you defined in the group level, then whenever you will create the item, the respective HSN code will come automatically in front of user. It will help user to continue the entry. Okay. So you have to select this new HSN code against the department level, group level. And from now onwards, whenever I will create the Kurti item, the HSN code will be captured 7001 in place of 4002.
Okay.
4002. And now the third parties. I have say for example 25 items where wrong HSN masters are already captured in the item masters. I'm not talking about the sales invoicing system, item master. So if you want that to rectify those items HSN code, then you have to modify all the 20 items HSN code of for all the 20 items. So you can do it from item master one by one or the selections of items at a bulk update. I'm showing you there. I'm moving to the item master part. This is item. I've opened one item, giving the same example, Kurti department. So this is item master. Whenever we create any item, first we need to select first the department. So once department is selected, you can see that the respective HSN code is coming from the department if you tag the HSN code at department level.
Okay.
If it is missing there, it will show you blank. Now here you can select or you can change the HSN code if it is wrongly tagged with the department level, and you are aware of that your item is the respective item which you are creating, that will be the 7001, not 44200. Then from here you can select the that respective HSN code, and you can see that the new HSN code is coming when you are creating the item, and you can move with the existing for the next process, item creation processes. So first you need to create change the item from here one by one, or if you want to change the update the HSN code as a bulk item for 20 items or for 30 items, you can take from here the manage item.
Dipankar, before going to the bulk option, there is one question in the chat session.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one supplier is giving HSN 6204 for kurti, and another supplier is giving HSN 6104 for kurti. So how can we tag two HSN for same item? Means both the parties have given a different HSN code, but for the same item, kurti
Yes.
only. So how can we tag the different HSN code?
So you are asking for is it possible that whether two different HSN code will against the same item, or how you will manage in Genesys?
Right. So this is the question. So let me get that clear according to the GST point of view. So there is okay. There is one item, right? For the one item, there will be only one HSN code. Means it is this is according to the chapter wise. If we talk about the 62 chapter, and the 61 chapter is not for the kurti. If we have the chapter 62 for kurtis, then it will not have the chapter for 61 because all the HSN codes are unique, and all the items have been given only one unique HSN code only. I think Dipankar, you can connect with this, that we can only manage one HSN code for one item.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
So
this is actually the rules of the HSN code.
Right. So also I think we are clear on that part, that if we go for the chapter wise, if we look into the HSN code, there will be only one HSN code with the for one item only. If you are saying for the kurti, there will be either 61 or either 62. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, Dipankar, we can continue.
So now I have opened this one, the manage item. From here we can select the item and can update. So from here we can select the item by scanning item, or we can search any bulk item, right? So here only is selecting that only the one item. So if I select the respective necessary department categories and then we'll search those. So next multiple items will come in front of you, and then so in this screen we can get the multiple items, and from here also we can use the select item option, and using this, and we can change all the necessary information as were required by selecting the respective field. So if I select the new HSN code, for example this one, against the multiple items left side and update items, so system will update this HSN code against all the selected 10, 20 and 15 items at a stretch. So we can take help from this bulk update option.
Okay. So to recollect that you have shown us the part 3 option. So for which item we need to update this part 3 option?
Yes. Again.
Just to recollect your question, that we have 3 ways to correct the HSN code.
Right.
The last one which you have shown. So regarding which category we need to do this part?
Yes. So actually this is totally based on the need. If first I have to create the HSN proper, which is not in my system, and if it is in my system and the department is wrongly tagged with the other HSN code, then in that case we need to update or replace the new correct HSN code in the department or group level. First thing, once it is corrected, then from now onwards all my transaction will capture the new change HSN code, not previous one, but it is there in the master.
Okay.
If then the next part, if I want to change or modify the wrong HSN item which are already tagged with the certain items, say for example 30-40 items, so in that case we can change those HSN code for against the all item from item master one by one, or using the help of bulk update called manage item.
Okay.
First left part is the search item. This part you will search all the item, select all, and replace by which, this one.
Okay. So now moving to the next type of the correction that is related to the UQC. So in terms of UQC, we need to say that item master. In Ginesys, we are maintaining the item master. So how to correct the UQC or the item master in the Ginesys?
Correct the UQC, right?
Right.
So this is the item master.
Which is the item master in the Ginesys.
Yes, this is the item master. I am opening the item master. So for which field you are asking?
Unit of, right. So in this we have the unit of measurement.
Correct. Just a minute. I'm writing down this screen. So this is the item master. We can see that there is a unit of measurement. So respective unit of measurement is already there in your system, because whenever you are creating items, you can create multiple unit of measurements at the time of creation. So next time, if I open the any item master, any item, selecting the double clicking on the item or go to the edit option. So once the item is open, then in that case I can click here or change the respective unit of measurement. If it is selected pieces which is wrong, I can select this is the correct part. Unit of measurement is a meter, and I can save the document or item masters, which will hit this effect.
Okay. Now coming to the question that we have the customer and unmanaged site in the Ginesys web, right?
Yes.
So there are most of the errors. Most of the times we got an error that buyer's phone number is not correct, buyer pin code is not correct, buyer address is more than 100 characters. So according to the government, we need to correct those of the errors, because we cannot make or generate the e-invoice if we do not correct those errors. So
Mhm.
the first one is how to correct all the buyer details, means how where to correct in the masters, in the customer side, or in the unmanaged side.
Correct, correct. So taking your this point, so as for Genesis, I'm moving to sales and distribution, and sales within the sales and distribution, you can see that there is a setup, and within the setup there is a customer master. For customer, as I said earlier also, for S&D, sales and distribution outright sale customers, there will be one customer who can have multiple unmanaged sites, locations, right? So first we need to move to customer master. So taking the reference customer, Siddharth, this customer is already created, or you have to create the customer, and we can see that in the general tab of the customer master, we can put the contact person name, the mobile or contact number, the addresses, the city, district, pin code, state, and India, the country is coming automatically. We can mention the phone numbers, email ID, and reference all this. First you have to fill up this one here. For S&D outright customers, there is a mandatory unmanaged site. Without unmanaged site, you cannot move. That means if Siddharth Private Limited is a customer and they have single unit, single location. So in that case also, one customer should have one unmanaged site. If the customer is having multiple sites, then customer master will one customer, Siddharth will be one, and unmanaged site will be multiple lines, Siddharth Kolkata, Siddharth Mumbai, Siddharth Maharashtra, like this.
Okay.
So now moving to unmanaged site, after creation of this unmanaged site, we can mention here, or the during the creation of managed site, you can see that the billing address and the shipping details, billing and shipping detail. For billing detail, we have to mention here all the respective information, means just like customer master, the name, the mobile number, address, city, state, pin, uh, email IDs, etc. And if we can mention here also the billing GST number and the state. Here you can see the list of value from here, which state belongs to, and the respective date we can mention here. If we click here shipping detail, now here is the option shipping same as billing. If we put all the necessary information, if the Siddharth Private Limited is having the single location, so for shipping detail we can tick this option. So system will take all the shipping information or detail from the billing information. You no need to mention for two area repeatedly.
I just want to add one more information which is new to the user which are going to use e-invoice.
Correct.
The address character cannot be more than 100.
Okay.
Second, if the address pin code is blank, if the mobile number is not numeric 10 digit, then you will get an error while generating the invoice. So
Okay.
these three very important in customer master.
Okay. So if I mention wrongly 9 digit, then system will reject this one, right?
Yes, yes.
That's fine. So for Gagan, for S&D outright customers, we need to create customer, and
Okay.
it is mandatory to make any bill or transaction. Then you have to create unmanaged site also.
Okay.
If the customer is having single location, then single unmanaged site will be there. Or if they have multiple locations or multiple sites, then you have to create multiple site, unmanaged site, again single customers.
Okay. Okay. So the point is while generating the e-invoice, right? So customer are facing the errors of buyer pin code, as just Vinayji said that
Yeah.
address cannot be more than 100 characters.
Yes.
So the window which you need to correct now, that is the window which we have, which we are showing to you. This is the window in which we need to correct all the addresses, all the pin code here
Yeah.
only, because the thing is, if there is a space in the pin code in between of the 6 characters, 6 digit, so it will give you the error at the time of e-invoice generation. So you need to correct the pin code here, just like the phone number, buyer's phone number also. So all the corrections you need to do in the unmanaged site master, then only you will get the without you will get the e-invoice generation without any failure. So now coming to the okay, so we are now coming
So
to the
just
generation of
just
the e-invoice.
just Gagan, interrupting you. Just I have mentioned the pin code 700120.
Right,
So this like this, no? So
right,
if I give one space 700 space 12, this is error.
right, right. So like this, or if at the time of mentioning phone number we mentioned the +91 or 91 space, so that would be an error for the e-invoice generation. We should not do that part. We only just copy, or we only just write down the mobile number starting from the 10-digit series. Only 10-digit number will be there.
So
So do
this
not
is like,
mention 91.
so I'm mentioning that my mobile number 9830482391 like this, no?
Right, like this we need to mention.
We should not mention here
Plus
like this.
91 or any other state
Any,
code, or any other digit.
ये
Right,
नहीं होगा, this should not be.
right,
So this is the correct actual mobile number, 10 digit we have to put.
right. So now giving you the brief that we have corrected all the errors right now, and if we want to generate the e-invoice, so now we will go to the generation of the e-invoice. You do not have to do anything. You have to go for the utility section in which you have taken the training part. So Dipankar, if you can go for the admin and utility section to the e-invoice connector, so that we can show them that how the screen looks. Now, for generating the e-invoice, you need to go to the admin part, admin, and then utility.
Yes, moving to admin.
Moving to the
Within
admin.
admin, the last column, last tab is the utilities, and within the utilities,
Now
there
you
are
have to click on the e-invoice generator to
generator.
generate the e-invoice either in the one by one or either on the bulk part. So
Correct.
here you have to just select your owner site from which you want to generate the e-invoice. Like this, we are showing it 4 or 5 owner sites. You have the owner sites, and in the type section, you should select the type for sales invoice, SND, and what all the selection you need to do. And you need to select the date. What is the date range of which you need to generate the e-invoice.
Yeah.
So now all the invoices and all the IRN plus e-waybill will come here. Now in the all section, you will be showing that you are having some of the documents which needs to be generated with the IRN and also the e-waybill. So in the second tab, in the IRN part, you will be seeing that the document which need to be generated only for the IRN, only for IRN generation, you will be showing the in the IRN tab. In the third tab, IRN and e-waybill means you have the IRN also, and for the same document, you have to generate the e-waybill as well. For here, so if you want to generate the e-waybill also with the IRN, you need to mention, or you need to rememberize that you need to generate the LR first and then come to the IRN and e-waybill generation part. That will not give you any error. That will be on a success part. So from here you can generate the IRN, also the e-waybill. Now coming to the e-waybill part, which are not on the tax invoices, right? We need to generate the e-waybill for the delivery challan, for any of the bill entries. So for that e-waybill, we will go for the e-waybill generator tab. So close this tab. So we will now go for the e-waybill generator to generate the Dipankar, close this screen. Yeah, so we will open the e-waybill generator to generate the e-waybill for the document which is not in the tax invoice, which are not the tax invoices. So here you should select the type as delivery challan or bill of supply, any of the type you can select. Just select the owner side and proceed to generate. search with the series from the date range, and then generate the e-way bill. So I hope we have covered all of the questions on all of the day-to-day working today in this webinar session. So if you have any queries left openly, so please provide in the chat box or in the Q&A section.
I believe Dipankar, many question has been covered. And,
Yeah.
Thank you, Mulab, aapne, how easily you have explained the customer master. There is one recent question. Let me read out for everyone. So let me tell you what is the process of generating e-way bill, because सभी का एक ही common question है कि e-way bill हम कैसे बनाएं. So generally everyone knows that e-way bill usually generated at late evening when the transporter vehicle is there, but still we have segregated e-invoice and e-way bill differently. So you have an option to generate an e-invoice separately, and later on you can generate an e-way bill. E-way bill generate करने के लिए we need a part A information. Part A means the information related to the transporter. Let's say you do not know the transporter, you can select your own GSTIN. The e-way bill mandatory required the distance between one place to other place. If you do not know the distance, you can select any numeric value. We will automatically calculate the distance. We required a quantity and unit, because you already know that these information is required in e-way bill, what type of goods are going in an e-way bill, and for which e-way bill you want to generate. So e-way bill part A information will be for any e-way bill generation. Part A information is going to be done through a option in logistic, and that can be generated to a LR. If that LR is generated, you will get automatically generate your e-way bill without any LR generation, because you know that e-way bill mandatory required a part A information. If you do not pass on the part A information, you will not get a e-way bill number. So for e-way bill generation, you just create one small LR document, automatically tag those invoices which you want to generate e-way bill, it will be generated, sir.
So there is one more question. In Hsn e-way bill module, after generation e-way bill, it shows error as transporter document only allows alphanumeric. Acha, this is due to the error where we are putting in the document number hyphen sign or any other special characters. We only have to mention either characters or either digit number. So if you can say, for example, ABCD 1 2 3 4, only this type of characters and digit which is allowed in the document type. Yes, there's one more question. Sir, if I generate an e-invoice, okay, so if I generate e-invoice, then how e-way bill automatically generate? Okay, so the point is, if you generate the e-invoice side by side, if you have mentioned and if you have created a LR also against that particular e-invoices, right? At the same time, Hsn and e-way bill, you have to select Hsn and e-way bill tab, and from there, Hsn also will get automatically generated, and the e-way bill also get automatically generated. You do not have to wait for that, but be sure that you have created the LR first for that particular document.
For those who are not interested to generate a LR, they can log in Ease My GST. They can see their e-invoice in Ease My GST. They just update the part A information in Ease My GST and generate a e-way bill. So there is an option available in Ease My GST also. and there is an option available in Genesys ERP, Genesys ERP also. So you in Genesys you need to generate LR in, but we will recommend to use this facility because in this you can tag multiple invoices for e-payable generation. So you don't need to update the part A information for invoice type only. So there is one more question, what about print of iron on e-invoice? So we already know that this is the entire integrated solution. We will implement the printout. So the PDF can be taken in ERP only. And in that PDF, QR code and iron number will be printed. This is our concern and we will do it for you. Your question? Dipankar, do you want to highlight something related to the masters?
So nothing more. These are the basic area which I have covered actually.
There is one more question from POS. How can I generate a e-bill? So ideally, POS in POS structure we are not. POS is developed in a such way that the transporter details cannot be captured. So you just need to log in Hsn GST. A store manager can have a separate user ID and password of Hsn GST. They can see their invoice in Hsn GST and generate a e-bill there.
I think we can show the PDF part, PPT, which you have shown at the time of presentation.
Dipankar, if you can like stop.
Yes, I'm just yes. Stop sharing. Now you can take.
So there is one more question. Third case, if IRN and e-bill generated successfully, then e-bill is not coming in a mail as it is generally do. So let us like this is the again a implementation. We will integrate your email ID with the Hsn GST so that if e-bill generated, it should automatically go to your email ID. That has to be there, and we will provide it. Although you can download your e-bill printout from Hsn GST or e-invoice document from Genesys ERP. Both option is there. I believe I have covered all the questions. As this session is for a limited time period session, so Dipankar and Gagan, I would like to like close this session
Yes.
by concluding this, and that the master can be rectified as Dipankar has explained us how easily we can rectify the master, and rest the training of a e-invoice and e-bill you can call anytime. You can generate ticket to Hsn GST. We can help you there. So thank you everyone for joining for this session. Thank you Dipankar.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you all of.
Thank you.